finally began to see lights. I don't know. Don Juan still sat by me patiently. I had a metallic taste in my mouth. I felt a headache. I was about to get sick. Don Juan saw my frustration. And he was, he gets up, gets down, and metamorphosized in the bottom of that page with another steady U, different from the other one. I took my shoes off, marked the spot, kept rolling, no other change of coloration took place. I came back to the one marked by my shoe, 5 to 6 feet away from the spot, marked by my jacket. I tried another spot, and then at this new spot, he felt a really weird fear, apprehension, something actually pushing on my stomach. And my fright increased, and he gave it one last try. He went to where he had marked his jacket. My breathing accelerated. My stomach was upset. I felt a panic. And I crawled back to the other spot. And then I heard Don Juan say, "You have found the spot." I didn't understand, but he assured me again that where I had fallen asleep, I guess he fell asleep at some point here, that was the spot in question. And I said I didn't notice any difference between the different spots, but he said that was the spot. Only a fool could fail to see it. I asked him if each, this is 8, of the 2 spots had a special name. He said, yeah. The good one was called Sitio, the bad one, the enemy. So one spot he felt all kinds of apprehension, fear, and the other spot he could actually go to sleep in. So for Don Juan, that made it, this is where he felt comfortable. And this is where the key to a man or a woman, if you like, is well-being. And for the person pursuing knowledge, he said, I had replenished my energy, which I had spent lavishly all night, by taking a nap on my spot. He said the colors I had seen in association with each specific spot had the same overall effect of giving strength, or, if you like, taking it away. So Don Juan finally concludes at the end of that page 8, you asked me to teach you about Mescalito. I wanted you to find out if you had enough backbone to meet Mescalito face to face. You can't play with this guy. You must have command of your being, your resources. Now I know I can take your desire as strong enough to indicate you are a potential learner. You're going to do that? You're going to teach me about peyote? I want you to call him Mescalito. I call him that. You do the same. Oh, when are we going to start? When are we going to start? I do. You have to wait till you're ready. I think I'm ready. No, you have to be prepared. You have to wait. You may give up the whole idea. Mescalito requires serious attention. So this is a really serious, how should we call it? Just like yoga, just like any adept, just like Sufism, going to a teacher, just like Kabbalah, if you like, whatever the latest rage for mystic teaching is. You know, the teacher rejects you until you demonstrate that you're ready, that you're honest, and I think that's really important. It gets rid of the frat dicks, pardon that expression, the people who just want to, yuck it up for a weekend and stuff like that. The people, back in the 60s and so on. Primarily the 60s, early 70s, before Nixon and everyone put a lid on everything. People were falling off roofs and stuff like that. They were just doing this for pleasure. They thought that this kind of thing was fun. And there was a lot of bad, so-called trips, different kinds of drug-related activities still are. I think people are more aware that this is not something you dabble with, any of these kinds of things. If you're really seriously want to investigate something, that's your own affair. But to play with something, that's an extremely dangerous activity. just like an alcoholic, you don't really want to play at being an alcoholic. Because once you're an alcoholic and you're in pretty bad shape for the rest of your life until you can somehow drag yourself out of it, which is not easy. Even drugs and things like that, once you get into these things, even if they put you on all these other pills and other stuff like that, I mean, you're still half crippled. You can just as well sink back in as not easily as can be and be right back in wherever you were dragged out of. So this guy is, I think this is a smart way to deal with this issue. And he is testing him like anybody, and he finds that he's sincere. So we're not doing this for fun.